Star jasmine is one of the major plants produced in nurseries. In this video, we're going to show you how a commercial nursery grows star jasmine, and we'll take a look at everything from propagation, transplanting, marketing, and general plant care. If you like what you see in this video, check out the link in the description below for your own copy of our ebook. Let's get started. Star jasmine, otherwise known as confederate jasmine in the United States, is a massively popular ornamental shrub. While star jasmine is not true jasmine botanically, it is so named for its jasmine-scented flowers. While its bright green foliage and profusion of spring blossoms make it an obvious favorite for gardeners, its tolerance for a wide range of environmental conditions makes star jasmine a landscaper's delight too. It is the ideal plant for urban islands, as it not only tolerates the sun's harsh reflection off of tar roads, but pollution and car fumes as well. As we mentioned, star jasmine can be cultivated in a range of climates. It can withstand moderate frost just as well as high temperatures. A seasonal composting will supply all of its nutrition requirements in most cases, and it will tolerate full sun to shady areas. For our American viewers out there, you can grow star jasmine as an outdoor perennial in zones 8 to 10. In the cooler zones, you may wish to plant your jasmine in containers and overwinter them indoors. As vines, these plants are often trained against a trellis or fence, and their arching stems make for very attractive displays when trained around walkways, and they can also be pruned into a variety of topiary forms. With regular heavy prunings, you can also grow star jasmine as ground covers and small hedges. Now that you know a little bit about star jasmine, we can dive into the details of the production cycle. Commercial producers grow star jasmine from stem cuttings. You can do the same at home or in your nursery by following these steps. Take your cuttings in the late spring to midsummer. You will need to select semi-hardwood growth. This refers to stems that were produced in the current growing season that have since started to harden. If we take a look at the tips of these cuttings, the stems are too soft and bend easily. Moving lower down on the same stem, you can see where the vine has started to darken and become more woody. This is the perfect place to take cuttings. When you take your cuttings, they only need to be about 10 centimeters long and contain 2 nodes. Cut just below the bottom node at a 45-degree angle and slightly score the base of the stems. Make sure the top node has a couple of leaves, dip the bottom end in some rooting hormone and plant your cuttings in a rooting medium. You can check out the link above for our rooting medium recipe, but briefly we will mention that you should select a mixture that has high water retention and good aeration. Peat moss, coir, river sand and vermiculite are regular constituents of many good rooting media. We used polystyrene trays to root our cuttings. Depending on your circumstances, you may wish to either treat your polystyrene trays with a root blocker, or select plastic or biodegradable pots instead. This is because once the roots start growing, there's no stopping them, and if they remain in the trays for too long, they will grow through the polystyrene and make transplanting difficult. Keep your cuttings in a warm, humid, sunny environment. We used mist beds with timed irrigation events occurring for 10 seconds every 20 minutes. Under these conditions in the summer, we notice rooting can take between 3 to 5 weeks. At this stage, it is very important that the rooting medium does not dry out. Any dry periods will be disastrous for your cuttings, so make sure you either have a reliable system in place or keep a close eye on your plants. Once sufficient root growth has occurred, it is time to harden off your cuttings. Hardening off is a technique of acclimatizing young plants to the outdoors. This is done by placing them in an environment with conditions halfway between the mist bed and the outdoors. Shade nets are provided to prevent excessive heat and water loss, and the irrigation frequency is also reduced. Fertilization can also commence at this stage. The young plants will harden off for 2 to 4 weeks, during which time they will become more adept at tolerating outdoor conditions and any stresses associated with it. You may notice a powdery buildup on the leaves. This is caused by the constant misting and evaporation, and any salts that were in the water then dries on the leaves. While it may not look attractive, it is not a major problem as the new growth will not experience the same misting regimen. After a new flush of growth begins, the plants will then be transplanted into bags. The climatized cuttings are planted into 4-litre bags filled with good quality potting soil. this potting soil is largely composed of a well-composted bark mix and a slow-release fertilizer. The plants are now used to the outdoors and no longer require shade netting, but it can be provided to improve the quality of the plants if the resources are available. In this stage, the plants can be sold to clients. The 4-litre bags are a favourite among wholesale buyers as they can purchase the plants for a lower price and allow them to mature in the landscape. Some of the new plants are transplanted into even larger 10-litre bags. These plants have a different target market, often focused on smaller scale home buyers looking for bigger plants with immediate impact. The vines can be trained along a stake, and the attractive display allows the grower to not only ask a higher price for the jasmine, but the plants will sell faster and improve turnaround as a result. And that's how a wholesale nursery produces star jasmine on a massive scale. In this nursery, star jasmine is one of the most popular sellers and keeps bringing clients back to the nursery for repeated purchases. If you like this video, check out our ebook, subscribe to keep up to date with our offerings, and we will see you in the next video.